Jeff's done a really good job. I thought he would go pro style and just change it all, and he's not. He kept enough of the option principles in there that he's doing both, and I think that's really, really smart on his part. And like us, they're going to get better every week. He ran into a buzzsaw last week. After their win, they're kind of like us. They didn't play as well against after they beat South Florida, they didn't play as well against Citadel, because that's one of those where you kind of yawn, then you stand around, the game's close at the end, then, oh, my gosh, then they kick a field goal to beat you, because they weren't as emotionally prepared. Last week was a complete ambush, because I've done that, but Jeff going back to Temple, right after he recruited all those players, they were going to be after him. So that one was one that when I came back in here, it wasn't a lot of fun. There were a lot of people that'd like to beat us. I knew that was going to be a tough one for him, but they'll be ready to play. And why have we not played well in Atlanta for 22 years? I don't know. 11 of those 22, 10 of those 22 haven't been good. So that's a weird thing in sports, but you never know why some people have trouble at some places and others don't. We had trouble at Kansas State when I was at Texas. I don't know why. I used to ask them to move the game to Kansas City, and they wouldn't do it. So it was.
It's deceiving because a lot of people have chosen to run the ball on them. So they're running the ball a lot. That helps their pass defense. And I think we're going to do what we always do. We're going to try to establish the run game, okay? And we're going to try to establish the line of scrimmage. And then beyond that, if they give something up, we'll try and take it. And if that means through the air, it'll be through the air. If they're going to let us run the football all day, then we'll run the football. It's just it's hard to tell you what we're going to do game plan-wise until we get out there on Saturday, because really what they do dictates where we will attack.
What have you seen that they've done well through these early weeks?
The game that we're watching the most is their game against Clemson, and I thought there's some guys up on that defensive line that are twitchy and they can change direction and they're physical. 97 being one of them. 52 does a good job. 89 is a guy that comes in on the second tier, and he does a good job. 41 is a lighter guy, but he has great speed and great change of direction. He can be a headache on the edge. So they actually play Clemson very hard, I thought, especially early on in the game. And so they're concerned. We've got our hands full up front. In the secondary, they haven't been challenged as much, I think, because of the fact that they've been giving up some run plays. And, if we have an opportunity to challenge them with some of our people, we will. If we're running the ball well, you may see us do that for 4 quarters.
I mean, obviously they're transitioning from the option, so you see, there's some pieces that, like they've got the tight ends are transfer. I think he's a good player from UConn. They didn't recruit any tight ends before, so it's smart for them to go get a guy. But I think the quarterbacks are really athletic, like you'd expect. I think Oliver's really fast, scary fast. And they're doing a good job. They give you a lot of stuff. It's a lot of runs, and it's and they're spreading you out and getting the ball in space. I think they're doing a really good job.